I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflamme under a flood.
Then we're next.
Four left for more on the captain's orders. Only 2 came back.
The 2 soldiers were carrying...
More arrived from the capital.
My lord, my lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different.
They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Ready, girl? Run like the wind. The Imperial Army must have tired of their pets. But if they won't feed them,
This beast isn't to be trifled with.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts from
I saw it with my own eyes.
Four left for more on the captain's orders.
It's all right. Give me your arm.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me, and protect them I shall. Because they are my charges. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people, your sisters, your brothers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered. Or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know.
What we have left is our lives!
Not if we don't have to. I'll have a word with her.
Ah, Clive.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is where the creatures came from. The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard.
We'll talk to the survivors.
I can't entirely blame the men of the garrison for losing.
You're a pikeman, yes?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, and a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran.
Leave that to us.
My family! They're still
It's all right. Did you see the
Creatures? They came out of nowhere. They went for Joe.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme.
It's all right. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be. We should head for more.
The two soldiers were carrying another.
It was all they could do to escape.
Good girl.
Yeah!
No need to ride from here.
Finished!
Clive, look.
I see them. With me. Save your strength.
There are always more.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town sacked.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men.
Hearing that the Dame would look kindly on any man who could... It's not the most... Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before.
And...
Now...
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this is... But it has solved one.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least.
Will we ever see the sun again?
Did you see the pair that got hauled into time?
I'd be happy to tell Otto everything that happened. But I know he appreciates it when he's there.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw it. We've sent Cursebreakers to Martha's Rest, Dalamil, and Northreach.
Cole told us everything that happened. It's a bit of a worry that both the Republican and Imperial armies are in
What did you find down there?
Clive! Anything catch your eye? Seen enough?
How may I help you today, Clive? Come again. I may have more for you.
Was wondering when hellos from all our friends thanking you. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right...
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm the nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on.
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding sky. Now's the time to...
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. never be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. It is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
Thought Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed it.
Tyre's right. Your brother is in no condition to travel.
Clive. How may I help you today? One must understand one's place in the world. The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Seems the hideaway's lost its...
Air, you put me in this situation,
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. You remember Ivan's stew, right? So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces.
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped.
Yeah, but this is my blimmin' kitchen, and I will not be out...
I've never been one. So?
A fried mortress of... Recipe seemed easy enough to an old... Only... Turns...
Ivan said the recipe.
Wow. Kindly old fella who...
Fine. And if he does, I'll see if I can...
You do that.
What am I gonna do? But numb.
Is everything all right? You seem more...
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I think Nan might be in trouble.
It's all right.
Her folk are saying she's been selling to bandits, but she'd never do business with baddies. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but she...
Don't worry.
You let me know...
Of course. Rutherford. Why would he be at Martha's? Did you see the pair that got hauled into town? Lady Karen.
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're...
Carcombe, what exactly are you? Not once in 5 long...
Just... ask...
Oh.
All I know is that someone in Dalamil has been...
And what? Look. But that woman...
You're right, Lady Karen. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
Aye. No. I reckon you've got better things to do.
Of course.
Clive. Thought you knew better. Going purse weighing you down? Is that all?
I spoke that the rumors were unfounded, along with some other things. That while it sounds like she may...
Oh, well, I knew Nan wasn't... But why would people say she was?
No, but people do things for all sorts of...
Well, that trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dallimil, so that's where I'm going.
Are you sure that's why?
Oh, but that's...
There's a storm coming, Sid. Will there be...
Sid, perhaps you...
I can certainly try.
It's not who, but what. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly my first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but which almost certainly means that...
Perhaps a visit...
I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. They were in the atrium when I last saw them.
Sid, did you know that chocobos are far more
Lawsman Harpocrates.
Ah, Valis, the young man, did a wonderful job with the chances.
That's actually why I'm here.
Ah, so the fabled... Now, Sky...
Dragon livers.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the...
So we know where to look for...
Saint's bonnet in contemporary. I gather that one can locate the... I may add...
That meaning that if I...
Best of luck, Clive, and... Good morrow to you, my friend. One can only... Perhaps a sprig, regardless. I have a few new notes that might interest you. What subject shall we consider today? door to the shell shall ever be open.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
It seems the hideaway is...
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
What do you reckon we should do?
Sid!
Hard at your studies, I see. It's not a set of scales.
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not.
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Middledole showed us.
Miss Middledole?
Because that's the only way to become...
Miss Middledole said. The best way, I see...
Well then, your work is already half done.
The taking apart was easy enough, but...
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom.
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your act. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall... All right. Every piece has its own role to play. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. You already know one of the pieces. The body. This tiny piece is what's called...
I have. Miss Middledole's...
She puts them in all her invent...
That's right.
I remember the arm moved.
It's not my fault.
You know what part's supposed to move, so... Let's put the...
Not a bad idea. These round parts...
I do. But these aren't for frying bangers, you... But what if I wanted to weigh...
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the...
Well spotted. This is called the arm.
You're right. It looks...
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you?
I'll think about it.
Hold things.
Good thinking. So...
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body.
And the arms go on the body, just like... And then the arms hold the...
Very good.
Yes!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together.
That's right. We're Miss Middledole.
Her hairs.
Yeah. Hairs.
What do you think, Sid?
With a little more help from Miss Middledole.
You hear that?
Until then, though.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Will we ever see the sun again?
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well?
It was as you thought. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't, although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. She'd have them follow in her footsteps.
I see. Sid, do you know...
She told me it was because her studies have been
No, it isn't. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but timid, but that should come as no surprise.
Which explains her. She's working to give them a better life.
Ah, you've given them far more than that.
Martha's got a big heart. It's a pity there's so many...
The fates seem bent on driving me from my inn. But if they want me out, they're gonna have to try harder.
Sorry, but if you're looking for a bed, there's none to be had right now. We're already sharing our cots with masterless bearers and those who fled the floods, and more seem to wash up at our door every day.
My lord Marquis, it is you. I am
Of course.
Yes, my lord.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't...
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend.
It's all right.
I am here at Martha's tasked with learning what I am able, and what I have learned is grit. The subsequent darkening of the heavens as the gears of the realm threaten. Your lord, uncle...
That sounds like...
It is.
Alas.
I have... They are both able-bodied and...
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to invent...
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Thank you, my lord. My associate in Dhalmekia would have had to part. Through the Republic. There were ghosts at the gates not days ago. To the meadows, then. That's what we...
Ready, go?
Yeah!
Poggety said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. This must be our wyvern. Right. Let's get this over with. Let's try. That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something. It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
The gentleman of the town. God, or a strapping cloth.
Could be I know something more.
Clive, I found someone who says he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been set. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war be. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Delamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the but it'd be a bolder man. Feeling bold, traveler? Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
Good question. I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful, Clive.
You too, Goots. Good girl. Run like the wind. Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers.
I already told you.
Then maybe we'll take that pretty outfit.
Please.
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you kindly pay the coin he owes us.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your...
Oh, you're more than welcome. He hasn't had many visits.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but...
Much has changed.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I arrived in Dunamill several days ago. His men
The captain isn't...
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way through...
What of the Fist's Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such law...
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria.
I'll find a... you...
Not at all. Now, if he was bound for Oriflamme... There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere. What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my...
I'm not. I'm looking...
Then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been... Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? I was on my way back from the old...
Bandits.
They looked... It didn't matter in the end.
Which way did they go?
South, toward...
All right. Found a note I've met and you head back to Northreach. Visit the...
Thank you. I shall. It was only a short while ago that I was assaulted.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Make for the town while you can.
You don't need to tell me twice.
This looks to be all...
I thought I told you to...
And stand by as ill might befall.
It's just Clive, which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a...
The garrison have their hands full. There are few hands left to work the fields. The market stalls are nearly bare. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of...
Rockford, if you are to continue, you first need to...
I shall return to Northreach right away, but allow me to thank you first.
Don't thank me.
I suppose he'll be wondering why. I shall send a Bastolus.
My uncle certainly has his work. I should go and tell Rutherford. I see.
The rest, speaking of which, I received...
I only happened to... They both seem to think...
I am afraid that Storm is in Christ, and we must work.
As it is mine.
Dalimil's saved. And with...
Ah, good to see you. My and defend up. I'll... Meanwhile... Proof if... But... You're always welcome here.
It has long been my habit to keep a watchful eye.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it?
It was a fairly... So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death? Boys, he's all yours.
Leave now, and we could pretend this didn't happen. Go on.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim... You weren't even supposed...
What were you going to do?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right... Then you turned up. Well...
You're not worthy it. I need to find...
Get your filthy...
Stop, Carl, and stop...
For they are not lies. Every last word is true.
Goose.
He's gonna kill Nat! He said she had to pay him...
After what she did, it is only right. That loathsome... Goots, was it? Only with your... Run along now.
No.
No?
I don't care what... Promise me, you... Or I'll...
Goots, no...
Enough, all of you!
Karen. But how did you...
Well, the whole thing got me thinking. Though it was just Bo, I thought the years might have taught you some sense. What was it we called you?
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your... And now you'll finally...
Gooch, you... If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go...
You great... Out of the way! So, wet legs, you remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye? Wise words, sir. And now, it's... Sorry, Tiki.
Is he...
Dad, it's an easy going through life. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of this, so I took some of my own. But he crossed a line, dragging pub. He didn't hurt you,
No, Nan, but...
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. But something tells me the wet right. Let's get you back.
Remind me never to cross you.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
How may I help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts? Here you are. I don't have that one. You do.
How are you doing? Quick look. Always something in there.
Are we even safe here?
Mindless though they are, an Akashic horde large enough to besiege the Free City.
It seems the hideaway's lost its...
So?
I did, and he was...
And what precisely will I be...
Blueback wyvern liver. And,
wyvern livers, was it? Now then, you let's out these grand old chefs of yore. And here we have Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption.
And rightly so.
So...
What? The crackle of the crust gives way. It is a tour de force. A force.
I think he likes...
I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's...
Decent. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your...
I'll give it some thought.
nothing like a...
I didn't mean... I just thought...
Aye. Well, someone had to. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, and I'd have you stay... Why, you big... Fine. Play the...
Thanks, Nan.
There's nothing he...
That's as maybe. He'll need to start look till then.
Of course.
Stop it. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it. The Echoes have a will of their own.
us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Hey, Dill. Where are you off to now, then? Bound for the free city.
You're injured. What happened here?
It swallowed our camp. There's a village not far from here. It's only a matter of... We can't let those...
I'll go. Rest well, soldier. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Right. We got here in time.
Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am.
Taken care of.
Another survivor.
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Tabor is safe, thanks to you. You see...
You must have me confused with...
Wait.
Son of a whore. I was there, in Kosnis, when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith, when you killed my commander!
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward!
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the...
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw.
Man. Like you or anyone.
I am nothing. Like, just know that I will find you, Sid.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
What brings you to our humble village, young man?
Here, take a look at my wares. Take care.
Yes, finished.
You wouldn't happen to have a decent whetstone in there, would you?
I'm sure I can find.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalaman.
That Cyril fella's enough.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any crystals.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora? The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic. is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominants, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Umielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yode.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.